Okay, today is April 11th, 2020, and I am Lori Rion, and this is Master Cat. And we are sort of the partners here at the Omni-Dimensional Mystery School in Oceanside, California. And today is the second time we've offered this particular session. We did it on Wednesday for the first time. It was incredibly successful and powerful. There's a few things I'd like to clean up as we progress. The sound is not absolutely perfect because I recorded it at home. I spent most of all of last week, hold on, people coming in, working directly with the whales almost 5 days straight to get what you're going to receive from me today, receive from them today, I should say. I'm simply the voice. So, but I do have plans already to go into a recording studio next week and professionally record this, because I know there's so many people on the planet that are in fear and can totally and completely benefit from what we're about to do. So I really want to thank you for opening your heart and coming in and just being, willing. I think willing is the right word. First of all, to come together as a collective, but to change the vibration in your own home and in your body when you know that we're not really here to do it alone. We're here to receive the support of the elders, and that includes the angelics, of course, in our world, the whales, and the most ancient beings on our planet. So I was so overwhelmed with joy when I'm sure I did the same thing everybody else did, which was when this really became what we call a pandemic. I sat in my office and I meditated and I said, well, I'm powerful and I know a lot of other powerful people. We should be able to move this virus off the planet. Let's just get together and do that, And I just heard, in a loving way, laughter, because the whales very clearly came in, also my guides, and they said, no, you cannot touch this virus. This virus does not belong to you. It's karmic. It was man-made in a laboratory. It now has truth and consequence, basically. It's already expressing itself, and many, many people are on board with it, and they're using it to leave the planet. Other people are using it to have, an illness and experience, but it came out of nowhere. And of course, in a world that's rising up towards the ascension vibration and all that we're doing, it really doesn't have a place here in my world. So they said, we'll get back with you. And then a day and a half later, the whales came in, one big booming voice, basically. And those of you that know me, I cannot call the whales. I mean, I can call them for a healing session for you, and they show up every time. I can't call them to just sit in the office and have a conversation. They come in when they have something very specific to say. And they ask me if I'll sit down and write it down or record it. And of course, over the years I have. But it's not every day. And sometimes it's only once or twice a year they come in with a big message. But they came in very clearly and they said, okay, we have permission now from Source to help you. And when they said you, they don't mean me, Lori, they mean all of us. They said, Source has given us permission now to come in and to do a healing session if you'll take time to write the process down and then administer it to the people. If they open their hearts and they connect with their soul and they release their fear, we can help them. If they're in fear and they don't really believe that this is possible, then no, we can't help them. So that's something you need to know. It's not 100% guarantee. Your belief system, of course, supports everything in your life, including your immune system. So today we're asking you to perhaps move your belief system into a place where it's never been before. So this can fully take effect, because that is the power, of course, of the higher beings that we would call our support system. So that's the first thing. And so the second thing is, I didn't know how intense it would be. It was really intense for 5 days, but I did it. A couple times I thought, I'm not going to get it. I'm not going to be able to do it. Just sweating, a lot of heat coming in, and experience wasn't altogether pleasant until towards the end, and I started to see the pieces come together. And I just had to keep getting hydrated and focused, and then I could get, the last 2 days, I started to see the puzzle come together. And so I think it's in place now. I mean, I feel that it's very effective in the way we presented it Wednesday, and we've gotten already, I'm sure, 30 or 40 emails of people with testimonials of how they experienced it. So I'm very grateful for that. And the first thing I'd like to say is, almost everybody's worked with me before, probably. They know that everything we do in sacred space. And in this case, the whales are going to open the sacred space actually during the meditation. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to a PowerPoint with some wisdom and some words that they would like to share with you. So we close this out. And again, just thank you for being here. It's huge for me, and to share this with all of you. Okay, so this is a picture of Migaloo. Migaloo was the first white whale that we know of to be, I don't even want to say the word born because nobody really knows if he was born, but he appeared in Australia. And this particular photograph was taken, I think, in July of 2012. And Migaloo became the poster child for the white whales to come back to the planet. And that's a lot of what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So welcome to Coronavirus Whale Healing and Immunity Shield of Light, the overlighting presence of the white whales and the celestial star councils of light. Ian Puda. The materials in this session are presented with the highest and best intentions. Everything that we present is designed to harmonize with all other belief systems. We have witnessed amazing healing results with whale and dolphin energy light medicine. And for me, this is 19 years now doing this work. Not specifically like we're doing it today, it just continues to evolve. But when I first started doing the first whale healings, let's see, I lived temporarily at the Rosicrucian Fellowship, and it was during the years that I had Puda too, so quite some time ago. We encourage everyone to open to their own power with this work, opening your hearts and belief systems to know core level healing is available through your connection to the whales, the dolphins, and the celestial light beings. And I'm going to give a little disclaimer here. I clearly spoke with the dolphins who I speak with every day. Particularly 3 dolphins I work with. And then there's the 12 ascended dolphins I work with in the school that we have. And the dolphins clearly were not given permission to do this work. So they won't be with us today. I mean, they might be in the background with you, but they're not doing the heavy lifting here. It's all the humpback whales today. Okay, so energy medicine work requires that the person is fully present and focused on the process. That's what we're doing today, connecting their heart to their soul with pure intention for a benevolent outcome. And again, that's similar to what I said before we started the actual class, which is that if your belief system does not support this work, energy medicine, probably not too much is going to happen for you. You have to really open to faith. You have to open to possibilities that you've yet to experience. And the best way they describe it is, for the duration of the time we're together, is to return yourself to the innocence of a child. And more will seep in, more of what they're actually trying to connect to, which is a multidimensional quantum presence. All right? So that's up to you. So here's a beautiful picture of a humpback whale and a man. This picture was taken in San Francisco Bay a few years ago. The whale was all tangled up in fishermen's nets, and it took them some time to cut the whale free. And of course, the whale was very, very grateful. I use this now as sort of a signature picture because in the 90s, I lived in Baja, Mexico. Some of you know my story. I was in an accident, and then I had a near-death experience in 94. And my family moved me down to Rosarito so I could get away from everything. And, I worked on my own healing there. It was a time of I was very confused after that experience because I'd raised a Christian. And of course, I saw on the other side all kinds of things that are not supported through the Christian religion. So I came back kind of a mess, But there I was in Mexico with the beautiful dolphins and whales all around me. And a Mexican shaman was very popular in that area. And I used to go to his ceremonies. And once I was in a fire circle, and he called me into the middle of the circle when the journey was complete. And he said, I want to thank you because of you, we were able to go further out in the journey to any place I've ever been before. And I said, what does that mean? And he said, well, I saw the planet and the place where the whales are from. And they're the elders. It's the first time he'd said that, elders on our planet. And he said, you're connected to them. I'm going to call you Standing Whale Mother. And I was so embarrassed. I was just, I didn't know what to do. Went back to my place and sat down. And for many years, it didn't make any sense to me at all. I'd only connected with dolphins at that time. And I realize now I really want to thank him because he planted some seeds for me. He saw me in a way that I would later see myself. So now I'm happy to say that I am a voice for the group consciousness of the whales. And I was delighted to spend this last week with them as they gave me that opportunity. So here's a short channel, but it says so much that sets the stage for what we're about to do. Who are the whales? We are your elders, and we are the molecular librarians of Earth's history. We embody conscious creation, and we have the experience and the intention to assist you with core level healing. It is our intention to assist humanity in claiming their mastery. and restoring your physical forms to radiant health. As you awaken, your dormant DNA will naturally evolve into awakened geniuses. You will then live and create from your hearts in communities across the globe where you change the outdated and broken structures of medicine, of education, of government, and sustainable living. Connect with us now and we will accelerate your intention to evolve. We are solution energy. We are the great white whales. We represent the cetacean nations of Earth, and we are cosmic creators. So welcome to the Whale Healing and Alignment. It's a beautiful picture we took in Maui. Beautiful great whales breaching all in synchronicity there. The dolphin and whale energy medicine creates a crystalline matrix in the human form, activating dormant DNA and allowing the human to carry more light, thus preparing them for ascension. You may experience an accelerated change or a growth, a deeper connection to your own soul. The processes will assist you in moving into higher states of consciousness and in raising your vibration. So there's some more pictures of the whales as they've been photographed now in various places around the world as they've continued to incarnate. But the goal is to carry more light. And we need to really stop and think about that. And each day, how much source light do you have in your body? Because certainly that's where your barometer is. And that's, of course, where the higher beings look at us, our star family and the animals, the angels, they all look at us to see the quotient of light that you're carrying. And if you're still experiencing judgment or you're still experiencing some kind of negativity or a feeling of not being good enough, then that's definitely very much a detriment to your ability to hold light. It'd be like you're leaking light. So think about that and think about shoring yourself up like we're going to do today, and then doing that every day. Beautiful picture of a breaching whale. So as we've spoken before, this is probably one of the most important parts of what we're doing today is nothing can be done without permission, okay? This planet has 24 hours each day and it has free will. And what you do in that 24 hours with your free will determines what kind of life you're going to have here. We all have the same two gifts, time and free will. Now, within the free will, if you give permission for something to happen to you, like for someone to come and help you with a healing or someone to go get groceries for you or someone to drive you somewhere, then it happens, right? But if you say no, it isn't going to happen. And that's exactly what the whales are looking for now. They're looking to see if you're going to give them permission to intervene and to come in and merge with you and to work with your Akashic records and so forth. So let's start now, okay? Permission is requested from you to join together now in light and love. And so wherever you are in your home, I've got you muted, but I'd like you to read this out loud in your home, okay? Don't unmute yourself, just do it with following my voice, all right? On this most auspicious day, I have gathered with others of like mind to create a force of light. I have answered the call of my heart, and I am now connected to my soul. I'm connected now to my soul. And I apologize to the men in the audience, but this is a picture of what it might look like to connect with your I am presence, which is also called your soul. The higher part of you, the immortal part of you, which is the larger part of you, is non-physical. I think most of us know that. But it's very important you make that connection now. And if you don't know how to do that, just reach out with your heart, okay? Really feel that you're opening your heart to this connection. And also really feel grounded now down into the earth. And opening your crown chakra, really connected to the sun. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to read this. And if you could read it at home again with me. I call out now to the divinity within me and to the wise, supersentient cetacean nations who are the whales of planet Earth. And now I am asking to connect to the great whales of Earth and beyond. I connect to the wise ones that came before the humans, the ones known as the humpback whales. It's a great picture, huh? This is a picture of them feeding up in the Arctic. They open up that huge body and swallow tons of fish all at once. Beautiful. Another nice picture. Together, in this divine activity of light, I now allow the great whales and celestial light beings access to my energy and Akashic records. You have to really mean this from your heart, giving permission. The Akashic records, if you're wondering, are the recorded journey of your soul over every lifetime. I'm sure you've heard of people like myself who've had the near-death experience and they had to come back and they talk about they had a life review. They got to go and experience what it was like to choose their parents, to see themselves in the womb, to see themselves experiencing thought, word, and deed throughout their whole life, right? And then come back to the point of time where they are now. So imagine the whales scanning you now and going into your Akashic library and seeing every lifetime you've ever had, even ones that you had on a different planets. This is their ability. They're not just bound to Earth. These are cosmic beings. It's a very vast concept, isn't it? But it works. Just really take that in. Just keep opening and opening and opening your heart. Together, I call upon the overlighting presence of Mother, Father, God, my I am presence, and all beings of light from on high that serve the light of our Creator. And I'm just getting this sensing now. We have just legions and legions of beings surrounding us now, more than you can count. And here's the celebration of our coming together today. Together, I personally acknowledge that I am a part of the co-creative council that is in service to Mother Earth and her inhabitants through my soul and my human vehicle. So here's a visual they're showing me. They're showing me you sleeping last night in your physical body, but your soul went to a council meeting. And there you were sitting at one of those big round tables listening to, different things that are discussed when our souls go to council meetings. And one of the things that was discussed was the power of what we're doing today. So thank you for doing it. Thank you for being here. It's a nice alignment there. This picture was drawn by a woman that spent a couple of hours sitting next to me in Puda at a Jonathan Quinton concert. She asked me if when I got home I would send her a picture of Puda's face, and I did. And this is what she sent back to me, and she said, "This is what I see when I look at Puda." I'm like, wow. Huh? This is what I think the whales are seeing when they look at us. We're going to align all of that geometry. So let's do this together. Through the light of my divine creator, source energy, and the threefold flame of our mighty cosmic source, I now allow the whales and celestial beings of light to align and restore my divine life blueprint. Okay, so the top picture is the flower of life. And for those that don't know, this is the sacred geometry, which is the seed of creation. It's all based on these concentric circles. The bottom picture is the picture of the star tetrahedron, often thought of as the Merkaba, which is the actual light body vehicle that's around you. Okay, so we're looking at your divine life blueprint. It might look something like that, where you actually exist in many places at the same time, all of which now are going to coordinate through the whales and be realigned. Time for a deep dive. Beautiful tail, huh? Okay, here's a little history that'll help you. The 13 white whale cosmic creator gods were first introduced and channeled, I think, on planet Earth by Grandma Chandra in 2010. She was here in San Diego and did a presentation in Vista, and I was hosting her, and nobody knew that they were going to come in that channel, but they did. I was so excited, I couldn't tell you. I was like, I was just like over the moon, but I didn't know what to do with it. I was just like, wow, white whales, So we continued to hold that space not knowing, of course, that they would be born and would come into the physical. There were no white whales at that time that we knew of anyway. There might have been, but we didn't know of them. This is what happened. Master Buddha then told us that 13 white whale cosmic creator gods would return to Earth on March 3rd, 2012, through the Stargate in Kauai. And it was my destiny to take her there as part of our Expand Your Consciousness retreat that year. That was our second year of doing Expand Your Consciousness retreats in Hawaii. First year was on the Big Island. Okay, 68 people responded. Some people here in the class I know were there. We all went to Kauai together, and Grandma Chandra was there, Judith Moore, Tiffany Tatum, she was the kahuna's daughter. And it rained and it rained and it rained. It was considered still the flood of 2012, but we did it. You know, we got there, and we had buses. It was amazing. So we were taken to the sacred place on Kauai where the Stargate exists, and that place is called Anahola. When we first got there, we were in the kahuna's daughter's temple. It was called the Isis Temple. And she came in and to talk to Buddha. It was Buddha's first physical trip to Hawaii, and she said, "Please guide me to the Stargate, because you know you said it's here on Kauai, but I don't know where it is." And so Buddha said, "It's north of your house, a little bit east, and it's called Anahola." So we were able to go there and hold ceremony in spite of the rain with the Hawaiian kahunas, and the 13 white whales did return to the planet on March 3rd. That was her birthday in 2012. So this, of course, is a Photoshop picture, but you know, I want you to take a moment and feel into that particular Stargate. While we were there, Tiffany, again, the kahuna's daughter, said to me, she said, "Did you know that the Dalai Lama was here a couple of weeks ago? And I believe he took his group to this exact place you're describing." And I said, "That's great. I didn't know that, you know." And Buddha rolled over on her back and she said, "Isn't it nice the Dalai Lama agrees with me?" I still laugh when I hear that. So the Dalai Lama told his group this is the place all souls enter the planet. So normally you access this Stargate, of course, in your sleep state. Today we're doing it in our awakened state. So we were guided to the Stargate at Anahola. Master Cat Buddha, all 13 whales did return during the ceremony energetically. We believed at that time that the white whales would function to assist us as etheric beings, you know, like angels. We did not know that they would come back at that point in the physical. So now July of 2012, we're home. I'm actually working on the movie that I have out now, Ascension Guidance, Living in Your Sacred Heart. And my filmmaker at the time, Leslie Morava, found a picture of the first white whale. And she called me. She was doing back handsprings. She was so excited. And she said, Master Buddha was right. I mean, they not only came back, but they're being born now. And so there was the prophecy came true. And it may not seem like a big deal to you, but you know what? It changed my life because over the next 2 years, they appeared to me one by one. They would come in to my office, and I'm a seer, so you know these huge whales, and mostly then I'd have to go outside and sit down, and they would ask me to take notes, you know, to be their voice, and I channeled 12 different templates of light body activations for humanity, and this has been going on really since 2013, 2014, 2015. Until I could put them all together to create a process that I now offer to people. And a lot of you, of course, have done them. So I agreed. And over time, they each gave me their cosmic name. Up until that time, we only had their Lakota name, which is how they first came on the planet. They introduced themselves with the Native American language, which is Lakota. So anyway, I'm going to call them in now to this healing session, and I'm going to address them in their cosmic name. And I want you to know they can be with every one of us at the same time. They have that ability. So do you, by the way. You have the ability to be with everyone on the planet at the same time. We just don't remember yet how to do it. But we're getting there. So right now I want you to see them descending from above. Okay, like head up, tail down, forming a circle around your home. Now they're huge, so they won't all be able to be inside your house. They're going to radiate their love and miraculous healing frequencies into you. And at some point, one of them will take the lead when the meditation begins and work directly on you, but they're all going to be a part of it. That's what they've explained to me. So I want you to see them coming in now. Let's welcome Mobian. And the circle is actually going counterclockwise as I introduce them. So to the right of Mobian, please welcome Tristel. To the right of Tristel, please welcome Agoron as the circle continues. You're beautiful. Please welcome Lavaniel. Please welcome Sira. Welcome Raphael. Welcome Trajur. Taking some deep breaths. Welcome Andoraphan. Welcome Hathorion. Welcome Ki'ikoa. Welcome Kintan. Welcome Sunra. And welcome Watakiti. This energy is the mother white whale who is not embodied on the earth. Her energy is above us, and when I look at it, it's about the size of Jupiter. It's huge, absolutely huge. So she's not embodied, but I wanted you to see her name. Now scan the circle of the 13 white whales, 12 around you and 1 above. And tune in now, if you will, to the Andar crystals that are going to accelerate everything. These crystals that we have that come from Mount Shasta, they're off-world crystals, okay? They're not from this world, they're not from this galaxy even. They've come from a different world eons ago and embedded themselves into the mountain. The skull in the middle is from Machu Picchu originally. It's a quartz crystal, but you can see the gold that's being woven into the skull, which is a sign that the skull itself, his name is Altazar, is evolving, probably through being in the presence of so many whale healings, because when we first got him, he had no gold. And as the whales have explained, that weaving the gold, like we're going to do today, into the bloodstream, into the organs, into the body, is the natural course of evolution for our ascension, certainly for our healing. So tune into them, because when you lay down for the healing, energetically, I'm going to place them on your body. The pink one's going to go on your solar plexus, the gold one's going to go on your heart, so forth. I'm going to put them in your hands, underneath your feet, different chakras, and underneath your back. I'm going to use this. This is exactly the grid that will be working with you. Okay, so welcome them now, as they're going to help. So Master Puda works with your stem cells, and she's here too. I saw some of you seeing her on the video camera. She's sitting directly here on my left, and you may feel her body as well. She's very capable of working on all of you at the same time. And Dr. Todd Ovakaides and other people as well have studied her. She does not carry the whale DNA, she does not carry the dolphin DNA, and she does not carry human DNA. So she's not able to heal you in the way we're speaking of today, but she's able to assist through an acceleration of her frequency. And again, she does have the ability to move your stem cells to particular places. So she'll be taking instructions from the whales as she works on you. Okay? Looks like a nurse, she says. Okay, honey. All right. Now it's appropriate for you to state your intentions for this coronavirus healing and the immunity shield of light to be given to us. As you probably know, intention is everything, because it's your expression of your free will. And remember, if you don't have expression of intention, not a lot can be done unless you open up to, I would say, my intention might be for the whales to assist me in ways that I cannot conceive of. that is for my highest and best good, because your consciousness may not yet be able to express everything that is for your highest and best good. But there are certainly many things that you do want right now. And the people that worked with me Wednesday said I didn't give them enough time. So I'm going to take 5 minutes now and I'm going to put on some whale sounds. If I was you, I'd get a piece of paper and, to state your intentions, to write them down, to be very clear and speak from your heart and connect directly to this whale or to the white whales. All right. So I'll come back in a few minutes when this part is complete and we'll move forward. Enjoy this opportunity and to speak directly to them. Okay. Please come back. knowing that everything that you've said and expressed is heard. We're going to move into some energy now and work that Dr. Emoto did when he was alive, a Japanese scientist that photographed the structure of water, proving that water is conscious and sentient and alive. Amazing, huh? I mean, I think we already maybe knew that, but not in the same way that after he was finished with his photography. He proved that in the presence of beautiful music, beautiful thoughts, support, that we have for each other, that the water crystals would form into these beautiful sacred geometrical forms when the water was blessed. And look at what happens when the water was not blessed. And now think of your own body. What does the water look like in your body right now? Have you been blessing your body and been offering your body gratitude and compassion, wisdom? Hope so. So we're going to change the vibration of the water in your body right now. When we bless the water in our bodies, we change the crystalline structure of the water molecules in our own body, preparing us for the healing with the whales. So we're going to set the best and highest foundation we can for these beautiful whales. So go ahead and get your bottle of water or your glass of water and hold it to your heart. And let's say it together. Water, we bless you. Water, we love you. Water, we honor you. Now we're going to say the Ho'opono prayer, which is, please forgive us for polluting you or harming you in any way. Now we're going to say the Ho'opono prayer 3 times, which starts with water, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Water, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Water, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. Through the power of our divine essence, we raise the vibration of this water and the water in our bodies to the highest possible vibration right now. So go ahead and take a drink of your beautiful blessed water and add it to the beautiful body that you're wearing right now, your beautiful soul is wearing. And on even a higher note, we've just spent 3 or 4 minutes listening to humpback whale sounds. Dr. Emoto and Dr. Todd Ovakaitis used the humpback whale songs to successfully clear the filthy and toxic Japanese tap water. And the beautiful star tetrahedron crystals formed. And as far as we know, the research shows that only the humpback whales were able to clear the most toxic water. So you can imagine what happens to your own body and the vibration in the room when you play humpback whale sounds. For years and years and years, we wake up in the morning and Buddha says, I don't hear the whales singing, you better put them on. So we put whale songs on in the morning and we play them, of course, throughout the day with our various clients. And people walk into our house and they can't believe the vibration. It's very high, and a lot of it's due to the whales. So I highly encourage you to play whale sounds in your home too, and to use the whale sounds for healing. Only the whale sounds could clear the toxic Japanese water. Star tetrahedron crystals formed as the whales returned the water to pristine clarity. The whales have told us that their songs are the songs of creation. They bring us the most powerful healing sounds available. That's because they're the elders. And on another note, some of you have heard me talk about there's a probe that's circling the sun right now. It's a NASA probe, and it's recording whale sounds in space. So, it's not like they're hiding that they're multidimensional. They're singing in space too, communicating. Amazing. Love this picture. And I always laugh and say, I have a swimming pool. I can't even jump out of the water. You got to laugh. You're so powerful, so strong. There is an intuitive part of every human that knows the importance of the cetaceans, that's the whales, on our planet. That part of you knows that the whales cannot be eliminated without changing the life force balance of the earth, and therefore you. Okay? Think about that. Over 80 countries have created laws to protect the whales. Some of them don't even have ocean borders. There's a part of you that knows that these really truly are your elders, and in a very real sense, we share the quantum DNA. This is why they can change your DNA so quickly. Okay, it's not like we're apart from each other. We are really connected. There's a part of you that knows that we're not going completely off this planet, in the sense of the ascension without their help. We are connected in our birth and in our transition, and hopefully while you're here. So today, the great wells are going to access that highest form of divine golden light for you, which exists in the higher realms. It's like it's going to hit you, and the old part of you is going to break apart, as they're showing in this picture. It's just going to fall away. Does that feel good? You will experience an infusion of divine golden light, all colors and spectrums, but with gold. So take a moment and really look at this star tetrahedron and feel that. And feel what that would look like or feel like when that starts to happen to your light body. So we're immersed in that. In 2012, when I first started with the research for the movie that we have out now, they said your body must first go from an opalescent energy, an ascension energy. And at that point, I was seeing that reflection around my body with my sunglasses on in the sun. It kind of freaked me out. I got used to it. Then they said after that, you'll mutate into silver, and your blood will literally be liquid silver. And ultimately, you'll go to gold. So we're getting the boost. We're skipping silver, going right to gold today because of this virus. It's very cool. And that will be liquid streaming golden light. So affirmations, of course, raise your vibration if they're done from the heart. So take a moment to, again, if you're having any adjustments now to be made with your belief system, to turn the mind off. Drop all of your energy into the heart. And we're going to say these affirmations together, but we're going to say each one 3 times. And why do we do that? Because triangulation is the key to escaping duality, to moving out of polarity. Everything that's sustainable on our planet was created through triangulation. What does that mean? It means it's connected to the earth as your mother. It's connected to the sun as a portal of source light from Prime Creator. And it's connected to your soul, which comes through the heart. Okay, so we say the affirmation the first time and we drop into the earth. Second time we say it, we connect to the sun. The third time, you touch your heart. And this will become so much more effective. Here we go. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am love. I am love. I am love. I am power. I am power. I am power. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am wisdom. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am the light of our Mother, Father, God. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. I am all that I am. So read this together from home with your Zoom room muted, please. I open the gates of divine love to flow through me and into my life. I am grateful for the white whales and their assistance. I open to the highest experience I can co-create with them as a conscious creator. This is 1 time each. See that doorway? I am here. I am ready. I am open. I give my permission. Please guide me. Let us rejoice together. Step through the door and return yourself now to the innocence of your beautiful child body. You're going to be going into the left eye of the great white whale. And you're going to stay in that innocence without really too much thinking. Just stay in the feeling, playful, loving state that the child would as you merge with the great whale. The whale will look something like that. So at this time, I want you to get your blindfold or a scarf, and I want you to get comfortable lying down on the floor, on a bed, lying back on a chair that reclines. Be completely comfortable. You might want to take another drink of water. I'll give a couple minutes to do this. Meditation itself is about 45 minutes, so you're going to be down for a little while. If you don't use a blindfold or a scarf, you will not have the same experience. I can guarantee it. You must close out the physical light from this planet. You want to go within. You want to experience the light of the third eye, connecting directly to the heart, which of course I don't even need to describe. It's going to happen naturally. Please cover your eyes, turn out the lights in the room you're in. Do everything you can to create a darkened,
Okay, so now it's a meditation. I'm supposed to lie down, have a drink of water, cover my eyes.
Right.
So I left my drink out there. I couldn't carry everything.
Okay, and I'm going to mute everybody again because we're having some people we're hearing you talk. So you have like 1 minute now to get ready. And I'll be starting the whale sounds. All right. All right, everybody, enjoy. Lots of love. Beloved ones, we are the great whales. We are cosmic beings that have answered the call to come to this galaxy and to this beautiful blue-green planet in service to humanity. We are the most ancient and spiritually advanced souls on this planet. Because of your open heart and intention, it is time for us to connect now to each of you, heart to heart. During this healing session, you may experience an accelerated change or shift and an expansion. The vibration of the coronavirus, disease, and fear have caused contraction in your body and a pulling back from your true self. Today, we return each of you to a place of expansion where the patterns and rhythms and your true purpose return to a state of perfection where everyone thrives. It is our intention to help you create a deeper connection to your soul. We see each of you as an eternal, immortal being of light that has chosen to incarnate on planet Earth as human. As we connect, we see you, and we will help you move now into a deeper state of consciousness. Allow yourself to surrender the mind and deeply relax. All is designed to help you raise your vibration and come into a blissful state of being, willing to receive through the multidimensional vibration of great love. Humans, we are your elders, and we are the molecular librarians of Earth's history. We embody conscious creation, and we have the experience and intention to assist you with core level healing. It is our intention to assist humanity in claiming their mastery and restoring your physical forms to radiant health. We have the ability to access your Akashic records before we begin your personal alignment. This is the recorded journey of your soul over every lifetime. We prophesize that as you awaken your dormant DNA, you will naturally evolve into awakened geniuses. You will then live and create from your hearts in communities across the globe, where you will change the outdated and broken structures of medicine, of education, of government, and sustainable living. As we connect now, we will naturally accelerate your intention to evolve. We are solution energy. We are the whales who represent the cetacean nations. The whales say, we are witnessing a pivotal time in history when one civilization is dissolving and a new world paradigm is being birthed alive. If you sense the world as you knew it is changing, it truly is. Beloved ones, this time period is destined to be a reset for everyone. It is time to further awaken and expand your perceptions and belief systems. Part of this is remembering that you are not alone in this challenge and that you have great support available to you. We are the whales. Beloved ones, we take you now into the diamond octahedral unity template of perfect sacred space. The octahedron form is crystalline and is now surrounding you and your property with perfect energy patterns, sound waves, color, and sacred geometry, holding all aspects of the light codes of creation. The entire sacred octahedron, or diamond light field, is now being filled with infusions of the great white whale energy fields. We, the whales, are the violet flame, bringing the royal purple light for instant transformation of any and all negative or parasitic energies. It is imbued into our energy fields as we are agents of healing and transformation. We have entered unity consciousness as we embrace the field of light from both Mother Gaia and Prime Creator. We welcome your I Am presence now and soulic blueprint into our sacred space. And now, we the whales ask everyone to go deep within your heart. We ask you to remember your connection to the ancient whale families of Earth. We are all connected, and we are truly a part of your star family, incarnating onto the Earth eons before humanity arrived. During this session, we the whales will access your personal Akashic records to see your original divine life blueprint. The intention is to access your original state of existence. We proceed now, affirming that each of you has given your permission for this healing in a merger of the highest light. We will now access your intentions and physical condition as we bring our light body down around you and your home. Relax, breathe deeply, and feel the love and support that is here for you now. Energy body has now enveloped your home and property with our sacred light. We are with you now. We ask you now to create the memory of yourself as an innocent and beautiful child. And now allow yourself to gently float into my left eye. Lie back and surrender during this merger, and allow the energy of great love to flow. We are now one, and you are cocooned in perfect, radiant, nurturing love. Now to receive an influx of magnificent angelic love with support and encouragement from the Great Whale Collective. We now navigate the energies of the old world. As we observe the energies on the 3D planet Earth, we see the global pandemic caused by the coronavirus. This virus has offered mankind a rare opportunity to evaluate and reset the course of your life path. This is the time to open to new and never-before-seen possibilities as we join together to view both personal and planetary transformation. We attune now to the gathering of your angelic team. Many light-bearing masters and star beings have arrived to assist you during this momentous moment. All are prepared to support you to create the highest and most benevolent outcome. Feel your team surrounding you, the Council of the Great White Whale Creator Gods, and many other light beings creating a circle around you now, each radiating the highest frequency of light and love directly into you. They are all sharing their love as we come together. We are all connected and gathered not only to assist each of you humans, but to help influence the direction of humanity as a collective into fifth dimensional consciousness. We truly are on the brink of a new era. Your soul is choosing to absorb a stream of galactic photonic light as it is streaming to you now from the great central sun at the galactic center. You are now absorbing a new vibrational pattern of divine intelligence, enlightenment, and super consciousness. Your soul has wisely chosen to make the decision to make this shift during what is known as a null zone. We are currently in the midst of a global null zone reset. A null zone is created when energy expands, extends, and blossoms outward, and then is shattered from without, causing the previous world or reality system to collapse inwards, imploding upon itself. The old entrenched patterns and broken systems are decomposing. During this time period, new realities can be born. During this global pause, everyone has the opportunity to go within to make new and better and sustainable choices for their future. Whenever there is a start of a new beginning, we can observe the ending or conclusion of outdated conditions. 2020 will be remembered as the year of reset and the first year of physical ascension. All of humanity is being offered an opportunity to let go of all that does not serve you or limits your evolution. We, the whales, lovingly suggest that you choose to release attachments to undeveloped and negative emotional patterns, old behaviors, obsessions, addictions, or any negative pursuits. Take note that when activity ceases to distract us and we get quiet, the pause or the reset will always reveal imbalances. This imbalance we address today is the coronavirus that took root before the global pause and began to spread exponentially. Beloved ones, that the coronavirus that is upon your planet now was made by men in a laboratory. It does not belong to the earth, as most viruses and bacteria do. It was not created through natural means. It has no previous history here. So therefore, you as a human have no natural immunity. So we are gathered here today because we, the whales, have been given permission by Source, by Prime Creator, to disable the coronavirus and bring a new vibration to every human that does not wish to carry this in their body. We have the experience and the ability to do this when the human involved gives permission for this shift. We are the ancients, and we are the stewards for planet Earth. We have existed here for many millennia, and we respond when we are summoned by Source. A new human being, a new reality, and a new earth is forming as humanity is encouraged to connect to the truth that lives within your soul and is in your human heart. Beloveds, as you awaken to the truth of who you really are, you are also remembering the ancients on our planet, who are the great whales. We are your elders. And today, we offer you an opportunity as human to unlock the mechanisms within and open the crystalline seals. We are the keepers of the codes of creation. Today, we have permission to open the great seals on behalf of the humans and the current state of affairs concerning the coronavirus. Today, we will assist each of you in recoding your dormant DNA that will help release you from your emotional and physical blocks that keep you bound to the human story of duality and polarity and disease. Today, we activate more of the crystalline DNA within you, and we assist you in transforming your third-dimensional, water-based body into a being that can carry more light. Beloved one, we coordinate with your soul. We are now accessing your DNA structure. We are using our skills to help you transform that water-based molecular structure into more of pure, crystallized light. We are accessing oscillating photonic source light from the great central sun for this healing alignment. This is part of the process each of you now have access to. It is known as creating light body. The process involves working with the crystalline molecule to create and encode a 0-point energy field. 0 point is the underlying energetic of absolute interconnected stillness. 0 point is the presence of all that is, infinite and neutral. From this place, you are offered a boundless state of possibility, and you can step out of duality and all false realities. As we use this ascension energy and move into higher frequency consciousness, we access bandwidths. The lower, denser distortions collapse away to be replaced with higher dimensional harmonies. In the pause of stillness between the continual collapse and expansion, the inhale and the exhale, we can observe this as the cycle of how celestial mechanics work. The universe is always rebalancing itself and continually recreating itself. This is a dynamic demonstrated by observing the natural pulse of life, like observing and sensing the cosmic heartbeat that fuels our universe. In this process, it is necessary to move you and your energy into a higher realm or dimension in order to neutralize the polarity between light and darkness. This will erase any fear from the realm of duality so that you can live in unity consciousness. You are a being of love, designed in your origin to always express unconditional love and compassion. Feel waves of light permeate every part of your multidimensional self as your soul recharges. Harmony is being restored, and balance will be a way of life if you choose it. Feel the power and majesty of your own divine life blueprint being revealed. Speak directly to your soul. Your I Am presence aligns with us now. We are given permission to use our great power to remove any and all negative energies. The coronavirus will be completely disabled and dissolved. Know that negativity of any kind simply cannot stand in the presence of our great love and the presence of the golden light. The light of the divine, combined with the violet flame that we carry, will always overpower negativity, including lower energies and entities. We transform them through the power of divine love. And now, we are addressing the vibration of your lower physical body. We are revitalizing your genes, your cells, and your organs, restoring harmony and balance. All past baggage in the form of negative emotions and thought patterns that were stuck and stored from lifetime to lifetime can now be released effortlessly. All that does not resonate with truth will drop away so you can live a life of meaning and purpose. Are saying that when the codes of creation are activated, they create a protective zone in a scalar wave frequency. This zone of light allows us, the whales, to move from third dimensional frequency into higher realms. We are then surrounded with the pure, divine, golden light. Some call this the putting on of the garment, or the golden fleece. By putting on the garment of golden light, we are then able to repair any problems within the universal and planetary grids. These codes within the garment of light are very powerful. and can cause great destruction for any being not connected to their higher purpose and being. These codes should only be activated in times when the planet most needs them to preserve itself. That time is now. Once again, we direct our attention to the destruction of the invasive and destructive coronavirus that has penetrated many of your physical forms. Together we affirm, I am a representative of cosmic source light and intelligence. I join now with all aspects of myself and my lineage. I am one with my soul. I exist now as an empowered being of light, given permission from Source to clear any and all lower or negative energies from the human that has given their permission for this merger and the collective clearing of their 4 bodies. We now clear personal, family, planetary, solar, and galactic contracts from this human that no longer serves their soul's highest and best good. We further clear any and all negative or parasitic energies from every cell, every molecule, every atom, every subatomic particle, and every fractal moving both forwards and backwards in time, in all dimensions and timelines, until we are 100% complete. This soul's healing and vibrational increase as we bear witness to a personal progression and connection into the golden light of Source. This human being will now wear the garment of gold, taking on the golden fleece as a representative of the Most High. This human will now wear the shield of golden light, declaring personal immunity from the coronavirus. You have now restored your own ability to be unlimited through the power of great love. With this love comes the ability to make new choices that honor the truth of who you really are. As you nurture this power of deep self-love, your body will create a new self-sustaining field of golden light that will continue to protect you from anything negative or parasitic. We declare you a light bearer. You are now able to use the love that you have in your heart to create a coherence that will uplift and enable humanity and Gaia to lift into higher consciousness of love and harmony, and for understanding our purpose for being here. We, the whales, thank you for your spiritual dedication to transmute any fear or shadow and completely embrace your divine soul presence in your heart. You are now the living embodiment of compassion and acceptance, a light bearer with purpose. You have completed this ascension upgrade as we have made a quantum leap into the higher dimensional consciousness. You have now restored your own ability to be unlimited through the power of great love. With this great love comes the ability to make new choices that honor the truth of who you really are. As you nurture this power of self-love, your body will create a new self-sustaining field of golden light that will protect you from anything negative or parasitic. Affirm that you are joy, that you are well-being, living in total harmony and balance. Are honored to have worked with you today. This magnificent divine event is unfolding precisely as divinely planned. You are a being of great love. You are seeded from love, so all you have to do now is to be your true self. Be the you that is innately loving and caring, delighting in knowing that you are alive and well. As to be alive and well is to be joy. We lovingly suggest that you set your daily intentions to observe and engage with the wondrous miracle that is your life. Nurture and focus on your unbreakable relationship with Mother, Father, God, Source, the divine field of energy in which all is created. Can you hear the calling? As your vibration has risen into the higher realms, you are now a part of the next level of cosmic consciousness. You are a member of expansion, claiming your membership in the Avatar race. We, the whales, declare you an awakening soul upon this sacred earth. We, the whales, ask that you choose to step forward now with confidence into a deeper understanding and dedication of your mission work. Your soul is layered in the golden light of the divine, and you are free of negativity of any kind. Hold the flame of healing and transfiguration. Hold it high. Celebrate this transformation and connection to your highest potential for Mother Earth and all of her life. We are all here together now in oneness. Continue to open the celestial gates of the new earth taking time to be in the 0-point energy field. Be fully present, but be open to receive the energies of the divine. Choose to be your true, authentic self every day, to be the creative being that you are. Find a way each day to go within, connect to nature, and remember, beloved one, that you are loved beyond measure or understanding. Is forming as humanity is encouraged to connect to the truth that lives within your soul and in your human heart. We, the whales, join together and we stand in the 0-point field of creation, where our presence ignites the quantum possibilities. We can apply this energy to help humanity materialize their visions and intentions for a new earth. We are the alchemists, initiating new consciousness codes and templates to create a 5D hologram. This is our gift to Gaia and to all of humanity. This is how we will fulfill our soul's mission. We are transmitters and receivers of light, and we are in service to you. Now is the time to accelerate your transition as a physical human into reclaiming your own divine life blueprint, known as the Avatar, the 12-stranded superhuman DNA. As we expand our consciousness and come into self-awareness, we can remember that we as humans have the potential to access true mastery in our lives. We have the potential to become that superhuman as we move into intentional evolution from the place of always being a conscious creator. We, the whales, offer each of you congratulations in this now moment. The light codes of creation are activated in your body now, as you have chosen to align your energy and consciousness with the whale collective. We have amplified the crystalline circuitry within your bodies, and we have strengthened your group coherence. Together, joined in love, we align now with the physical body of Mother Earth to change the course of her story upon this sacred earth. Because of our combined energy work today, both you and Mother Earth are further expressing through the diamond crystalline unity template of oneness. Enjoy this freeing expression of returning to the highest geometric form we can summon and sustain. Beloved ones, remember as you awaken that your perception of the world is a reflection of your state of consciousness. You are not separate from it. Every moment, your consciousness creates the world that you inhabit. Ask you to go deep into your heart, where all truth resides, and make today and this shift in your vibration the beginning of a new way of being. Visualize the world that you want to create, and your life will be filled with health, happiness, and abundance. You are loved and supported in all ways. We are the great white whales, and we love you so. Let us close, moving into our hearts, blessing all beings in all places and at all times. Namaste. Beloved ones, as you slowly come back into your bodies now, allow yourself to rejoice in the realization that everything taking place at this time is bringing in the changes that we have sought, that we have hoped for, and that we have prayed for since incarnating in this present lifetime. Humanity is in the midst of an evolutionary experience that is about shifting from fear to love. The time has arrived in man's spiritual evolution to move beyond the third dimensional concepts and beliefs that have held us in the majority in bondage. Spiritual evolution is an ongoing process governed by the higher dimensions as well as each individual's higher self. Every individual is a divine being destined to awaken to their reality at some point. The whales have stepped in with permission to assist us in this mass awakening and transformation that is happening right now. Do not mourn those that have chosen to leave the earth. Both birth and death is always a personal choice, regardless of how it may seem or appear. They are always governed and chosen by the soul, down to the moment you are born and to the moment you leave. Transitioning or healing yourself is a free will choice. We're only helping everyone make this conscious. Your immune system is directly connected to your belief system. Love it. and thank it daily for supporting and protecting you. Honor the golden orb and shield of light that you now have by monitoring your own vibration and keeping it sacred. Life is about spiritual evolution. It's about waking up to oneness with Source and all that is. Everything else simply represents the experiences and distractions, some good, some bad, necessarily and eventually bringing each individual to a readiness for truth. The temporary isolation we're experiencing provides every soul the opportunity to stop doing, and just be. Humans are meant to be the caretakers of the earth, and we have forgotten that, dear ones. Greed has caused the present conditions which cannot continue. Gaia, her people, and her creatures are sick, and you are witnessing that now. Your real work is about to begin, dear ones. It is what you have been preparing for, even though you may not be aware of it. It is why you chose to be here right now at this time. Let go of any concepts you may hold about how the work must look, for it will be different for each of you, depending upon the circumstances and the individual and their vibration. All is proceeding according to plan, and your job is to allow the process to unfold without resistance. Even though appearances testify to discord and suffering, the reality is that a great deal is going on behind the scenes that is for the greater good. Trust that balance will be restored, and this will be revealed to you soon. The whales ask you to make time to sit quietly each day and go into your own heart. Your highest truth is there, and it will be revealed. Stay open and stay loving. Remembering, though, the time is now. The time has arrived to live within your heart every day, seeking true solution energy, which you will never find in your mind. Live with faith and nurture your own ability to love yourself. We are witnessing the birth of a new way of living with love, and there is so much here to come. Thank you, everyone. As you slowly come back, I'm going to share a YouTube that I think is so appropriate right now with everyone. And then we're going to open it up for some questions and suggestions. So stay with me a little longer. I think you're going to like this. Okay.
How lost we were in the busyness. Thank you for shaking us and showing us we are dependent on something much bigger than we think. Thank you for making us appreciate the luxury we lived in, abundance of products, freedom, health, and realizing we were taking it for granted. Thank you for stopping us to make us see how lost we were in the busyness, not having time for the most basic things. Thank you for allowing us to put aside all our problems we thought were so important and showing us what is actually important. Thank you for stopping the transport. The earth was begging us to look at the pollution for a very long time. We didn't listen. Thank you for all the fear. It has been a global disease for years, but not many of us wanted to face it. And now we have to face it and learn how to embrace it with love and with the support of our community. Thank you for this reevaluation of our lives. Thank you as we finally understand what it means that we are all connected. Thank you for the unity between all of us. We knew the world has to change. Thank you for helping us to undermine everything and giving us a chance to build the world from the very beginning.
This virus is part of us. It's between us, in us. It connected us all, either physically or energetically. Gratitude supports the immune system, but also lets us see things from many perspectives. And it's up to us which perspective we will choose, but best is to be aware of all of them.
So welcome back. I'm going to open up the gallery. I'm pretty certain Masterfit is telling me that I had accidentally muted the room when I gave the closing message. Is that true? Or did you hear it? Let's see if I can let you guys unmute now.
I heard it.
So let's see. So you're all unmuted for a moment if you'd like to comment. The closing message was right before the YouTube I just showed. Did everybody hear that?
Heard it.
Yeah, I heard.
Yes.
I heard it. Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
we heard that.
Great. Okay, good. I just wanted to comment on, how I feel from my own personal experience about the soul choosing, our birth, and also choosing when we transition, that word we call death. And I think that's important right now to remember that the souls are making these choices. And of course, all of you have chosen to heal and to live and to prosper, which is awesome. I also want to recognize Paul. I don't know if I see your name here. I think you're here, Paul Lloyd Warner. He's our webmaster, and he is a composer for many, many years. And a lot of the beautiful music you heard was from him. And then on the same moment, I want to apologize for the quality of the recording. It was done here at home in preparing for this in short notice. It's going to be professionally recorded next week. And I am going to be continuing to do these healings with different groups of people, and of course, ones that gather on my site. If you know people that would like to do it, we're going to be doing one on April 19th, that's a Sunday, and on Wednesday, April 29th, are the next two opportunities. And then just watch your email for the groups that I join up with. I have a few people that produce me, and I'm feeling they'll be interested. So I'm going to mute you all again, and then you can unmute one by one. But let's have, let me close this up here. Let's open up to any questions or comments or how you're feeling. Anyone?
Yeah, I could pretty much see the whales around the place.
Nice.
That's really pretty cool.
Pretty cool, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully everyone's feeling that golden light, that quantum energy.
Yeah, I can still feel them.
Good. Awesome. Anybody else?
I'd like to share.
Okay, hi, Gina.
Hi. I thought it was just really interesting. Some of you know that one of the things that's developed for me over the last few years is light language. And since the coronavirus started, there are times when it just comes streaming out of me really vividly, just really strongly with a lot of emotion. And as soon as the whales started to gather around me, I started to weep and just started calling out to all of them in light language just so intensely. It was really interesting. It was a really interesting and beautiful connection because I felt like it's something that I share with them. I don't really know any more about it than that, but it's some kind of communication connection that I have with them. So thank you for that. It was really cool.
Thank you for sharing. I think this makes us more connected when we can share on, 'cause, you know, we're all in different bodies, but yet we're sharing this collective experience in our own unique way. And I don't think there's ever been a time when we needed more support than now
Right.
to go forward and remember who we really are and who's really available to help us in ways that the human to human connection, God bless it, it's wonderful. It makes life very real. But the human to human connection for healing has not yet evolved to where the animals are. The animals have always been here as stewards for us. And Buddha's mantra is that the animals are the greater body of healers and teachers. And I align with that. And I'm so grateful that when I woke up to the fact that they really know everything all the time, because they didn't forget, they didn't come through amnesia like the human did, that I feel so much better about being here. I remember more than once I've said to her over the years, it's what's it like to know everything all the time? And she says, you know everything all the time too. God doesn't hide anything from you, except when you're on earth. When you cut to earth, that's part of it is going to sleep, you know. Isn't it nice that you're surrounded by animals, particularly dolphins and whales, that do know everything? And they can access your records and they can tune you up and fix you. And I'm like, yeah, it's good. Very good. One day, you know, the human will have the ability to take the fluid of another human and examine it and provide healing. Because that's what the whales do. They're looking at that fluid and that molecular structure. You know. That's how they do it. It's a great time to be here. Anybody else? Lee, how are you doing?
I'm really well. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, the whales. All the light beings. I physically feel stronger.
Good.
Physically. Like
Good.
I absolutely, and the questions that came to me as my intentions were just remarkable. I mean, everything it's beyond, like you said, it's beyond my small mind comprehension, and I'm just very grateful
Thank you.
to be growing in this. Thank
Whale
you.
and dolphin energy medicine graduate. She's now out in the world doing professional whale healing. And so I'm going to have to circle the wagons with you guys and see how many of you want to take this on, you know, and be like me out there doing it. There's never been a better time. So I'm looking at Candace too. Who else is here that's a graduate?
Well, I did the whales.
Yeah, that's right. Linda
And
was.
I've since done dolphins with Linda Shea.
Yes, Linda's wonderful. Wonderful. Anyone else? I'm going to close with the words that I received from the great whale when I was in Moorea. Moorea is right near Tahiti in September of last year. It's a beautiful message and visual of the whales. Joni Mack is here. She was the one that put the video together. But the words I think are nice to close with. But before we go to that, I just want to see if anybody else wants to express.
Yeah,
Candace.
Laura, I just wanted to say thank you for doing this. This is really an amazing thing. So really, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
I feel it from your heart. Thank you.
It's truly so deep. I have no words.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly what it's like most of the time to be with the whales. It's just bliss. There are no words. It's just that overlighting presence of God, you know, which is all as well. You know. So when I get words from them, it's a very special day. And as you can see, their words are well thought out.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really put their, you know, the umph into the words when they do speak. So, yeah. Candace, you had something.
Yeah, first of all, thank you also for putting so much of yourself into this and being such a guide for all of us. Like when you shared that you didn't know if you'd be able to do it, I'm like, I know that feeling, yet you surpass it and you go through it and you do it anyways, and we get to receive the gift of it. So thank you. It's really a big deal.
Thank you. It is a big deal. Yeah, for me, it's a big deal because I really didn't know, you know, and I was hesitant to advertise it or tell people about it until I had been in it for a few days. And then I think Nancy and Dick, you were here and I was talking about it because I was already starting to prepare the meditation. But it was, you know, from a human perspective, a little scary because I just had somebody email me the other day and they said, you should call the president. You should tell them, because they were in the Wednesday class and they said, this is awesome. You should be telling the whole world. I said, well, I'm doing the best I can, but the part that maybe you're missing is that some people function on fear. They're not maybe ready to get rid of that fear yet. And I don't mean disrespect to the president, but I think, this is only going to work for people that can release their fear. So I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to be negative, but I thought that was interesting that they thought I should call the government.
Yeah. Well, I think as more of us do it, the collective consciousness, so those of us who are ready, it's like a wave that begins, and then we're shifting it so that other people are ready to open and open and open. So you started this wave, you opened up the portal.
Well, the whale started it, but yeah, this is power to the people. This is all about power back to the people. Everything the whales and dolphins do, and Buddha too, is about self-empowerment for us to take the mantle back that is God within. Yeah. Unbelievable.
But so what I wanted to share is that I received like such at the end is that like so much light just all of a sudden coming in, and I mean I want to call it like it didn't look gold to me, like it didn't feel like gold to me. It was more of sort of like that opalescent, but not exactly that either. It was like plasma-ish. So it will be interesting to see what continues to unfold as I do this again. But it was definitely like waves and waves and waves that came through at the very end for me.
Right. Buddha's saying here. She's saying that some of you will receive it in transitory. It'll meld, like from the opalescent to the silver to the gold, but it's already happening. Mm-hmm. It's already happening in the quantum time, but in the earth time, it's gonna, integrate.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we're going to have this posted on the replay page. Paul will do that for me tomorrow. And then you'll have an opportunity to revisit it. Also the Wednesday one, if you like. But I think the more often that we do this type of work, either individually or collectively, the more it sinks in. Because how like Patricia Cota-Robles always says, our minds want to talk you out of it. And the mind still thinks it's important. The mind still thinks it's really smart. And we'll come in and say, well, I don't know if I really believe that, and then whoop, there goes your vibration, right? So we have to have the power to shut the mind off and not listen to it in the sense of it trying to talk you out of this type of thing, right?
Lori, what are the dates again for the future?
I have 2 dates so far, and they are April 19th, that's a Sunday, and Wednesday, April 29th.
Okay.
So far, there'll be others, but that's going to be like this in my Zoom room. Yeah, so if you feel that it's beneficial, please tell your family and friends. I mean, the more people rising up, the better, right?
Rian, the more I sit here, I realize that this posting will be on Easter, which is very appropriate for a planetary and global resurrection.
Oh.
And I really thank you, Buddha, for having consistently called me for several months. And that's what brought us together last week. And then you and I, Rian and Buddha and Samuel, and now this. Today I was talking with a man via chat in a group that Dick and I have been a part of for 20 years, and it's all about self-healing and staying in touch with connection with God that we're all part of. And quietly we were chatting off to the side for a moment because we both love to speak with nature's many forms of spirit, the devas, D-E-V-A-S, or the gods of in the souls in each plant and nature spirits, the weed people. And we were wishing, he came out with words first, but a glorious planetary resurrection to us each and all. And I share that with us all now. What a blessing to have this and have you and Buddha and Samuel and all of us here. Thank you, truly, with all my being. May we return to the awareness, like Saint Germain and Lady Portia and the many have, that we can be in the body, expressions that totality loves expressing itself, embracing ourself as totality and each other as totality, and joyfully being in a human soul incarnated in a human body with all the other forms of the infinite expressing itself here, and joyfully discovering ever new infinite levels of love and creativity together, serenity, contentment, and more than that. Thank you with love, as
Thank you,
love.
Nancy. That was beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful share. It is. When I think of the dolphins, I think of the joy ambassadors. They like have the rocket fuel and they toss us up there to the whales, and the whales go, bliss, like floating in the pool or on a surfboard, So just stay in that floating experience as long as you can. Hopefully, you'll not leave it. You'll just be there, which is really good. But and energetically, let's just take a moment and join with the collective of people that are doing any kind of work that's aligned with what we just did. Already our collective is almost 200 people just this week doing it. Wow. That's going to continue to grow and ripple out, and that's how we do it, right? So as oneness joined together, that we make new choices and we don't go back to the old ways when this is supposedly over. It's just a new choice. So if you have time, take a few minutes now, I think it's about 15-20 minutes, to receive the message from the whales in Maria. It's about moving out of a physical presence and into a multidimensional presence. And I just want you to know how much we love you all. Here we go. This is a message from Mother Whale. You live in a universe conditioned by and centered around your perceptions and assumptions. All people together create the consensual world, which is a hologram, a three-dimensional picture of great complexity. This holographic illusionary reality is created by everyone as we project our consciousness. Most humans at this time live their lives within the hologram, forgetting that they are creating their own reality. Many have forgotten that we create our own reality. Sometimes you create it consciously, and sometimes you create it unconsciously. My promise to you as an old and ancient whale friend is to help you remember to only be a conscious creator. We, the whales, can shift our realities from one group mind to another, and thereby to another dimension or universe. We know that the places that we dream are real as well, and often travel from one dream to the next, knowing that this energy transfer of our consciousness does not affect our physical reality. Did you know that your mind creates the physical objects in your space? Did you know that space and your attention to the objects within your space create what you call time? Linear time as you know it is not real, only relatively so, as a part of your agreement to use it and move it through your space. From the higher mind and dimensions, time does not exist or pass as you understand it here. Once you understand this, you can overcome the passage of linear time with a strong will and a pure, focused consciousness. A will that is strong enough can overcome time itself. Your world has created a few people who have overcome time. You refer to them as the Eastern sages. You are always producing pictures that make up what you call the world, even the moon and the stars. When we say pictures, we don't just mean what you would call a visual picture. We mean a picture that is a three-dimensional image, and that includes all of the senses that you know. Some of you know 5 senses. Some of you know 6 or 7 or even more. But the picture that is called the world is designed to integrate with all of your senses, to include them and to work with them. Your conscious and your unconscious picture production is instant. The vision or picture is then neurologically transferred into your inner image of perhaps a person or a place, a situation or a thing, and therefore that person, place, or thing is within you. And without you, that particular situation would absolutely not exist. Did you know that you are the perceptive center of your entire universe? Without you, the entire universe as you know it would not exist. So, beloved ones, it is truly time to awaken to this great power of creation and claim your divine power to know these truths as real. Part of awakening to the truth is to remember that the only thing of value is created with love. You have known particles of love, atoms of love, sometimes molecules of love. When you understand that love is an ocean, and you have found ways to cooperate with it and never resist it, then you will be and understand your eternal nature as a being that has used your own power to separate out into what we call a photomorphic body. You will then become splendid, pure light. You will become luminescent. You will be transformed. This is your future. We, the whales, are here to accelerate this process for you and within you, as well as in ourselves. In truth, every one of us that has a physical body is a photomorph. We have used our power to form light into a density of sort and to create a holographic image of ourselves. From this place, we decided to live in various temples or habitats for certain periods of time. However, we the whales have no need any longer for an external temple, as the whole world is our home. As far as external books and scrolls, we no longer have the need of those. There was a time when we wrote down our history and language as you do, but now we have evolved where the knowledge and writings are in our hearts and in our minds. We have become prophets, saints, sages, and the wisdom teachers of this world, and we seek now to communicate all of it to you. We live in a deeper level of reality than most of the life forms on Earth, as we understand the creation of the larger picture. We are masters of expanded states of awareness, which include more complex dimensions beyond our own. Within these realms, we see subatomic particles as part of the greater whole, which is holographic and indivisible. We are involved in examining multidimensional pictures that we create and sometimes co-create with you. We understand how these pictures create your reality on Earth, and we experience these images while awake and also in our dream time. For us, the line between the two states is very thin. We reside within a peaceful, tranquil, and surrealistic state where we navigate both worlds with grace. We have evolved to know how to keep our minds clear and free of clutter. We have attuned our energy to hear and examine messages from the greater universe. In this way, we can reformulate, reinvent, and recreate reality right here for the greater good. This ability to recreate your reality begins with pure light, which vibrates like music. It has harmonics, just like music, and as whales, we hear it singing to us. Matter dissolves into octaves of light, and this is from the light that is from our Creator. Most human minds are filled with thoughts. Thinking continuously has led to confusion and blocked out the true state of bliss. Many have lost the ability to live and create from their hearts as they continue to exist only from the mind. We do not experience this confusion. We remain as whales in a state of love, living our purest experience from our hearts. In our presence, you can experience this great love, and then it becomes your nature too. This is why you are drawn to us. For that reason, and also because we have a mutual purpose here on Earth. We are all here to be caretakers for this very, very special planet. You are here to preserve and work with the physical matter of this planet and to spiritualize it. We work with the grid lines and the meridians, with energy fields and basic spiritual energy patterns that ensure unity among all life forms. We encourage you to come together with us and use us as an example. As you swim in the ocean and you see our form, realize that these images are not who we are. We are much more. We are interacting with you in a way that is much larger than physical form. We are mirrors of a higher consciousness. We invite you to use our image, this illusion of forms, as a symbol and as a way to connect with the greater universal consciousness. Our physical bodies are here on your planet because your race is currently very focused on physicality. In service to humanity and our own spiritual paths, we created a physical whale form to lead you into non-physical reality. It serves as a symbol for you of our oneness. We are pleased. As you see our whale forms in the ocean, focus on our higher spiritual reality. Move beyond the collective unconscious and ask to enter a state of pure awareness. We will meet you there. It is your home too. It is the place of the whale matrix, the single, vast, connective field of our hearts and minds. It is the place where we harness the power of oneness that spans the galaxies, and we merge with the divine consciousness and become illuminated with pure light. Source has explained to us that much of humanity would become lost and confused by thoughts of separation and duality during this time period on Earth. We were told you would grow and you would develop technology that would potentially overcome you. We knew all of this from the beginning, but we were guided by Source to stay away from the technology on this world, as we have learned the lesson you are learning now, eons ago, on a different planet. So we were guided to watch and wait, all the while developing our own consciousness even further, so that when you begin to remember, we would be here for you. We have weathered the wailing years when humanity did not see us or did not feel us. They did not know of our consciousness and our wisdom. We knew that as we continued to reincarnate, we would hold the light for you in each lifetime, until you developed enough of your own consciousness to move into a positive evolution as a species. This process continues as we focus much of our light into a beam, and then we send it to you and to various places on the planet that are in need of balance. In this process, we have found beings among you who are very receptive to receive our light. There is an awareness and an expression of heart light between us now, as some of you are truly listening to our wisdom and to our advice. We honor those of you that listen and know they are hearing our communications and receiving our light. In your culture, you are the wise ones. You are the teachers of truth. You are to be honored for the respect and the love that you share with us as your elders. We have begun to influence the development now of your culture without interfering with your sacred freedom. We only beam our light to those who will accept us and are asking to remember more. We will continue to offer this light, which brings us an acceleration. It brings it right into yourselves and brings a divine balancing. And so this has been a positive mode of communication for about 10,000 years. Now, more and more people are remembering we the whales as the ancients and the wisdom keepers. We ask that you speak to the other humans about us when you can, and ask everyone to remember that you are the stewards of the garden we call Earth. Humankind has the power to heal or to destroy, and we're hopeful that you will come around and turn your consciousness as a group to the ecology and the well-being of your beautiful Mother Earth. We have a special whale being among us now who does nothing but beam the light of awakening continuously into your buildings and into your homes, into your land, and to your people. We send our light or our beaming to those who will accept the ancient knowledge and those that will choose to share it with others that would listen. Our message is to remind you that our species and yours are related. We are connected through the very DNA, and we are therefore interconnected to the damage or the healing that you will create here on earth. We are your stewards, and we are your guides. We will continue to amplify our light as we want to be a part of the story of your redemption and healing as humans make a decision to commit to the planet's healing. Stay open, my beloved friends. Know that your human form can receive our communications through light. Trust that you can communicate with us in a way that serves your gifts. We are both here to work together for the greater good. Absorb our light, and now beam it out to others, and we will be partners in this amazing mission here on Earth. Beloveds, we are the great humpback whales, and we promise you that we will never leave you. We are your family, and you are dearly loved. Namaste. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for staying and enjoying that. On behalf of myself and partner here, Master Cat, we really want you to feel the continued love that we're sharing. Yeah, more to come. Whales from all over the world there. So thank you, everyone. Any last comments or questions before we say goodbye? Nobody?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very emotional. Thank you.
You are so loved. Thank you so very much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
blessings to all.
Thank you with love.
And Lord, thank you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.